Welcome back to Hangar 51. So, we've got two people in the room. What's up? Hey, Rich, what's up? Did you just watch the GRIPEN unveiling? What'd you think? Can you see me? Is this working? Last night's show didn't go so great again. So, I don't think anything else is on right now. Ha 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 ha. Randy, what's up? So I'm checking the lag here. Looks like it's pretty bad again. Man, I'm telling you, this is so aggravating. Wow. $200 driver, what's up? Victor. So you just gave me a link, Victor. What's the link to? Because I can't click on it. It won't work. F you too there, Dewey. I love you guys. Hey, JCB67, what's up? Is this live or Memorex? It's Memorex! I remember those commercials. That's funny. Oh, you're at work, Rich. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so who was just in the Motion RC release? Who saw it? Talk to us, guys. Let's talk about it. I'm really on the fence on this one. I really like it, but I just really don't want another jet, especially after just buying this one. So the MiG. For you guys that weren't in my stream last night, this is the ROES MiG-29, and I'm jetted out. I'm out jetted. I'm just tired of jets. I've got too many jets. God, I think I have 10 jets now. I just don't want any more jets. I love the uniqueness of this thing, being a canard. Never heard of it. I never heard of a GRIPEN. I have no idea where the hell that came from. I know it's made. I looked it up. It's made by Saab, I'm sure it's a good jet, but never heard of it. So, yeah. William, what's up? So, yeah, I don't know what to make of it, honestly. Yeah, I know you were there, Victor. I saw you. Liar, liar, pants on fire. I saw you in the chat. You and Dave Kwischke and GBLynden and the Boozer and who else was there? Yep, props. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm going to see if I can get this delayed down. We're going to figure this out because I'm really getting pissed at YouTube. So we're going to figure it out. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to try something here, guys. I have no idea if it's going to work. But we're going to try it. Hang on. Be right back. So we're going to see if oh, is this a YouTube video of it flying, Victor? That the link you see? I can't open links when I'm live in my show. I can't open links. It will not let me open them. It just says 404. Oops, sorry, something went wrong. Blah 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 blah. George, what's up? Were you just at the motion thing? I didn't see you there. Hey, Tim, what's up? Hey, how's you doing up there weather-wise? Is that are you doing all right? Did you get a lot of it? I'm gonna do another test here. We're gonna see how bad the lag is now. See if we can get it down to something reasonable. Okay, so you know what it really is? I mean, I tell you, and I'm so mad that well, thank God I didn't spend a lot of money on a camera. The only way I can get the lag down to something reasonable is to lower the camera to a 360 instead of 1080p or 720p. I have to lower it all the way down to 360 to get the lag in something acceptable. You know, if I make the camera too good, it just stalls the whole system. And that's YouTube. That's YouTube killing my feed. It's taking my 720p and compressing it. And while it's processing that, it lags. Oh, you got your MIG already? Cool. That's great, Tim. Yeah, that's fantastic. So before you put it together, I'm going to rework my landing gear and show you what I did, and then you can decide whether you want to do it too. So don't put it together yet, because I'm going to work on it as soon as I'm done with this chat. So we'll so that's what I've done so far. Is just killed the the cameras. I had killed all the other cameras, and then I lowered my camera to 360. And now it's a reasonable lag. So apparently that's what the problem is. You know, going high definition on the camera is not working. How's the picture quality at this? Do we look okay now? Is it getting fuzzy now? Because I lowered the camera. It looks kind of fuzzy to me here. So are you getting a fuzz now, guys? Does it look bad? Wow, Bill, what's up? It's fine? Okay, thank you, George. So, all right, guys. So let's talk about this new plane. Who saw it? If you didn't see it, I'll send you to the page so you can go see it. You look great for a guy. Thanks, Victor. Oh, you guys are hilarious. So was that a little sarcasm there, Victor? Did you order it? Did you already order one? George, what did you think? Did you order one? Dennis Farley ordered one. He already said that. Dennis was in the chat. He already ordered one. Oh, not Dennis. Dave Kowalski. Yeah, no, Farley was. I didn't see Farley, but Dave Kowalski ordered one. You want me on the bus? And it's starting to rain, so you're going to be hearing that in the background. Night show's raining. My midday show's raining. Matt, what's up? Hey, your dad was just here. But shh, don't tell anybody, because he's at work. It'll be our little secret. Yeah, I like the size of it, George. I love the fact that it's big and it's an 80 millimeter. That's fantastic. Love that, love that, love that. So, and then I have two 80 millimeter power plants here with nothing to put them in. So, I'm debating on whether to order the Plus version just so I have something to put these EDFs in. So, no, I'm not still going since last night, Keith. Now I just started this because I watched the Motion release, the new plane, and I thought we'd talk about it. I just wanted to come in here and talk about it a little bit. Well, that's the beauty of the Canards 200 is that it's a much more stable platform. The whole reason Canards came into effect is because if the plane stalls, the Canards stall first. So it automatically drops the nose before the wings stall. Okay, so inherently it makes the plane much more stable. It's always been the Canard's always been a good idea. So you can Canardly wait. That's good, Ryan. I got that. That's funny. No hot tub conversations, Kenny. No hot tubs. Sorry. No, we're not doing a hot tub. So did you order one, Ryan? It has 4 wheels. You did. Good. Yeah, because it's got twin nose gear and then 2 mains. So it's got 4 wheels. It's almost a truck. Yeah, I just really like it. I think the size of it is, you know, it's 80 millimeter, which I think is awesome. I think that's the right fan size. It's bigger. Wing loading's going to be less. It's light. You know, I can't really say there's anything about it I don't like, except the fact that it's another jet, and I really don't want another jet. But I really want this one, but I really don't want another jet. I got too many jets now. So, I don't want another jet. But, yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. You know, I never heard of this thing. You know, I never heard of the GRIPEN until now. I had to go look it up. I had no idea what the hell that was. I never saw one before, never heard of it. So, is that really? Captain Mike wanted this plane? Yeah, I was hoping it too. I still don't know what the Easter egg was that James touched on again that was in the show. I have a feeling his idea of an Easter egg is so obscure from the plane itself that nobody would ever figure it out. You know, it's like he'd put a lemon on the table, and that would be the Easter egg for the GRIPEN. You know, like, because you grip it. You know, that's how far away from what I think he thinks an Easter egg is. So, you know, I don't know. Yeah. GB, what's up? I saw you there. I know you looked at it. What do you think? What do you think of it? You like it? You getting one? Yeah, I agree. I think it looks great. I like everything about it except that it's another jet, and I don't want any more jets. But I want this one. I really want this one. I'm so I'm right on the fence right now, guys. I'm pulling the trigger on the Plus version so that I can take my 80 millimeter T-33 fan and motor setup and put it in there, because I don't have anything for to put it in right now, and this would be perfect. So I'm ready to just pull the trigger on the Plus version, but I don't want another jet. I got enough jets. I don't want another jet. I want something more aerobatic, fun fly kind of plane, like with the pits. You know, I want planes like that. I don't want another jet. I'm all jetted out. But boy, I really like this thing. So it's just gnawing at me whether to order it or not. I really like it. I like unique different things, and this is one of those unique different things. I really, really like this thing. So probably not GB. Yeah. Well, is it too big? Is that when you say measure things out? Does it just not fit in your, because of where you live? Is that in what you drive? Is that what's on your mind? Is that your consideration? That it's just too big, and you know, to fit in your car and fit in your house and your lifestyle right now. And I mean that in a good way, guys. I'm not picking or anything. It's a consideration, guys. I mean, the airliner. Most guys, I don't know how the hell and that new MiG, I don't know how they're planning on getting that thing to the flying field. You know, I mean, that thing is massive big. That it's completely off my radar. I can't get it to the flying field right now, so not happening. You know, the giant MiG is just way too big. I can't even think about it. Yeah, yeah, I got you. It's what kind of truck does he have? Because, you know, if you're thinking like in the back of a pickup truck, it ain't going to fit. The wingspan's bigger than 48 inches. So it ain't going to fit in the truck. I got 48 inches in the back of the wagon. It ain't going to fit in that. It's bigger than that. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than that. So, yeah, it's not going to fit. I have extra inches up on the windows, and I still don't think it'll fit. And it's too long. I mean, I have an 8-foot bed, but, you know, I'm sure that I'd have to take the nose off. He measured it out? Okay. Man, I don't know. I could have sworn the wingspan of that thing was bigger than 48 inches. Yeah, get a utility van. Yeah, you're right, George. You know, and it's funny you say that. I was asking about one yesterday. I went down to a salvage yard to order a bumper cover for a friend of mine that needs me to replace her bumper cover on her car. And while I was there, I was talking to her about a van. If she had one she wanted to part with and stuff. So yeah, it's funny you say that. I was just talking to a lady yesterday about a van. And she said she had a conversion van there that she's had for a long time. And it's all there. And so I'm going back today to get the bumper cover, and I may go look at that van. Yeah, convert a bus into a flatbed. Yeah. Yeah, George, that's what I've been doing. But do you have the airliner, for instance, George? Which is a bad example, but just to let you know. FARMERMAN, what's up, man? So you have to put it, for the airliner, I have to take the wings off to put it in the car. And there's 5 connections on each wing that you have to plug in after you slide the wings in. There's the outer, the strobe lights is a separate wire. You have to plug that in. The 3 cables for the motor, because the engines are on the wing. You got to plug all 3 of those in on each wing. So it's 10 connections you have to make to put the wings on and off the airliner. And then the final one is the ribbon cord. There's a big ribbon strap with all the rest of the, you know, wires for the ailerons, flaps, the landing gear, you know, all that's in a ribbon cord that you have to plug in. So it's one plug, but I think there's six or 7 wires coming out of that one plug. So yeah, it's a big deal to take the wings on and off the airliner. It's a big pain in the butt. Now, obviously, this new one's got, you know, the motor's in there, so you don't have engine wires, but you're going to have wires for the ailerons on the new one, the GRIPEN. I think that's it, though. Yeah, I think that, well, they're going to be elevons on it. But yeah, I think there's just the one servo in each wing. So that won't be bad. So taking the wings off of that would be a lot easier for sure than the airliner. The airliner's a pain in the butt. So, Roach Coach, what's up? No, not still going from last night. No, I just started a new stream. They just did the unveiling on Motion RC, the new GRIPEN. Yeah, I wouldn't have to take the canards off. The canards they're narrow. That's not going to be a problem. It's the wings I'd have to take off. The canards would stay on. But yeah, the wings are going to each have a elevon in them, but just the one, because there's no landing gear in the wings. There aren't even nav lights in the wings. So yeah, I guess there's just the one wire in the wing for the elevon. That's it. So that wing is actually not that hard to take off. That might be acceptable. Come to think of it. Yeah, the price wasn't that bad. I'd love to have seen it at $3.99. I know it's only $10, but you know, it just $3.99 sounds a lot better than $4.09. So, but yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I agree, Farmer Man. I would have liked to seen the price a little cheaper. You know, a few dollars cheaper would have been nice. You know, $20. You know, $3.89 would have sounded really good. Um, yeah, I agree, GB. I mean, I'd like to have seen the price a little lower, but it's a great airplane. It's very nicely done. I like the I don't know if you caught it or not, but there's magnets on the gear door. They snap shut. They stay shut. That's why they pop when the gear starts down, because there's actually magnets holding the doors closed. I love that. It's a great you know, I have never heard of this thing before, but I like it. It's a very cool looking airplane. I like the delivery on it. Very cool. You know, it's kind of an anniversary looking thing, I guess. You know, so yeah, it's an in runner. That's cool. Yep, you're right, GB. That's an excellent point. The fact that they put lights in it and they didn't put them in the T-33 is an excellent point. So yeah, uh, listen, guys. Other than the fact that it's a jet, I really don't want any more jets. I love everything about it. I just don't want any more jets. So I'm really hard on the fence here. I kind of really want it, but at the same time, I don't want another jet. Um, yeah, see, that's the biggest selling point for me about it is it's an 80 millimeter. The 90 millimeters are just battery eaters for me. All my 90 millimeter planes are just sucking the life out of me, battery wise. The 80s are great. I get great flight times on my 80s. I can't get a good flight time out of the 90. You know, I'm only getting maybe 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes on a 90 millimeter that I can get 12 minutes on an 80 with the same battery. So, yeah, I love the fact that it's an 80 millimeter. For me, that was a big selling point. The lights, 80 millimeter, it's unique. I love all of that. It looks, I love the delivery on it. Looks cool. All selling points for me. The price, good enough. It's not a. I'm not going to say the price is a selling point for me, but it's not a deterrent either. I'm not going to pull the trigger because of the price. If I don't pull the trigger, it's just because I don't want another jet. Right, I agree, Matt. I think the new 80 millimeter setup just kicks ass. They really nailed it. You know, with I think it's the 9-blade fan they're running on the in-runner. It's just a very efficient, fast combo that works for a jet, and I love that. So the fact that they made this thing an 80 millimeter and using that setup is home run. Home run. I think that's fantastic they did that. Yeah, you just got to throttle it back a little more, Owen. You can get a lot of time on that. You just got to throttle it back. It won't go much slower, but you'll double your flight time. You're only going to slow it down about 10 miles an hour, and you'll double your flight time. Try it. You know, Bring the throttle to just about half, a little below half. The plane's still going to go 80, 90 miles an hour, but you'll get 10 minutes of flight time. It makes a huge difference in flight time versus the speed loss. You know, it's still going to fly plenty fast, but it'll fly a lot longer. No, Wild Bill, I don't think it'll have thrust vectoring. I think somebody probably might do it. Does the real one have thrust vectoring? I don't think it does. I don't know that many people are big fans of that because it's kind of finicky. You know, if you don't have that thing dead nuts on, it really yaws the airplane funny, and I don't know that that's a big selling point. And it doesn't have it. I don't know if the real one has it or not. I have no idea. Never heard of the plane until now, so I haven't looked that close. But I'm sure somebody will do it. You know, I'm sure someone will modify it and put a thrust vectoring on it. So we'll have to see what happens when somebody does that. Okay, I missed that part of it, but that's interesting to know. So, does the real one have thrust vectoring on it? Or are they just going to put it on there to make it more fun to fly? Oh, you're right, George. I did catch that. I can't ever figure out when they say TV. It doesn't come to my head. TV is thrust vectoring. I did hear Alpha say that. So yeah, I guess it's down the road. Yeah, he said TV, and I just went. I don't know what that meant. Whatever. Yeah, you're right. I can never put that together. I don't know, GB. You know, where did you hear about that jet? I mean, it's a it's a Saab jet. What country's flying it? Is it a trainer? Is it their fighter? Is it their what? Yeah, I've never heard of it. I mean, there's a Mirage and the Eurofighter that look very similar. I think the Eurofighter has canards on it, doesn't it? So I've seen and heard of those planes, but I haven't heard of this one. Yeah, that's what yeah, exactly, Mike. When he says TV, I think of television. I don't think of thrust vectoring. TV means television to me, not thrust vectoring. I haven't figured that one out yet. I'm still struggling with that one. But I heard Alpha say that. I didn't get it. It doesn't register. I'm a little slow on the uptake. I get it. Oh, don't worry about it, Owen. It's fine. You know, you have a life. I know people can't always be in the show. It's just, it is, that's why I run the show so long. Give everybody a chance to get back in it if they want, because especially different time zones. So, but yeah. For Mickey, I'm a mid-afternoon show for him. So, he can stay in the show all night. And he did that. The night that we went 11 hours, 12 hours, was the night that Mickey and Dave Marshall was, they stayed in it right to the end. So Sweden flies it. Okay. I don't follow Sweden that much. Haven't seen it in any of the war game things that it hasn't come up in any of nobody's picked it as a fighter against an F-15 or whatever, and Yeah, I just haven't heard of it. You know, it was it was a big surprise to me. I didn't know what it was. I had to look it up. I mean, I did while the show was on. I went to another. I opened another window and did a search for GRIPEN. What the hell is this thing? So yeah, I'd never heard of it. You know, I like it, but I hadn't heard of it. So you passed out watching my commercial. I hope it doesn't always sound uh, odd to me. I hope I finally can grasp TV means thrust vectoring in our world, because right now it's not registering. I'm I'm hoping to get over that. I'm sure I will. It's just going to take more than a minute. I don't know, Mike. Like I said, I had not heard of it. You know, and I watch a lot of the Israel fighter stuff, and I've never heard of this plane before. It looks a lot like a Eurofighter, but with a bigger wingspan. It's got a big wing for the size of the plane. You know, it's got a lot of wing area. So, but yeah, I hadn't seen it. Oh, so South Africa flew him? Well, all right. It looks like a capable plane, and I like it. I'm definitely, because it's different. I'm really liking it. Um, GB, you might not have lost him as a member. He changed his name again. I didn't even know the Farmers RC channel. I didn't know that was FARMERMAN. I didn't figure it out till I don't know. I was in somebody else's show when I finally figured it out that was who this was. So why did you change your name again, FARMERMAN? No, it doesn't come with bombs or missiles. They didn't even put the pylons on it to put bombs and missiles on it because James said in the chat that it all it does is add drag, which slows the plane down. He said weighs it down, and then he corrected that it really isn't any weight; it's drag, and it just does nothing for the airplane as far as flyability. So they didn't even make missiles for it. He said that it's the same scale as all their other planes, so you can get the missiles from all the other planes and put them on it, and they'll fit. Because it's a 1/9 scale, so they don't have to make new weapons. Just take weapons from another one of your 1/9 scale jets and put them on it. You'll have to make your own pylons though, because they didn't even make. And they probably will. They'll probably add as a version 2. They'll probably add the little slide-in ports so that you can hang pylons on it and put missiles on it. But as of right now, they don't. They're not even gonna do it. Yeah, I never really hardly ever fly with ordnance either. I do it on request. If I'm at the field, I try to bring them with me. And then if somebody like the biggest one I get is when I'm flying the A1 Sky Raider. I always fly it without the ordnance, and then everybody always says, "Where are all the bombs and missiles, man? I want to see it fly with all the weaponry on it." Okay, and then I think there's 10 of them. It hangs. I think there's 6 bombs and then 2 2 drop tanks, and maybe 2. I don't know. Yeah, they got a lot of crap on it when you hang it all on there. And yeah, on request, I'll put them on and go fly it. But normally, I don't fly with ordnance either on any of my planes. At the scale event down there at where I lost the Avanti, I did hang all the armament on my Yak 130. I did put all the crap on it and flew it that way for one flight. My scale flight, where they were judging me. And then I flew it again I took everything off. I think I left the wingtip missiles on it, the Sidewinders. I took everything else off and flew it again. Yeah, but you didn't even call it FARMERMAN channel. You're calling it Farmers RC channel. So yeah, I'm. So I don't know. A couple of guys in here keep changing their names, and it's hard to stay up with them. And Jermaine changed his again. Jermaine's changed his name, I think, 3 or 4 times now. Eric Quinn changed his name once so far, I think. Who else? So yes, it's just hard to keep up when guys keep changing their names, and I have to remember who's who. What am I going 24/7? I don't think that'll ever happen, TNRC, because for one, you wouldn't stay here 24/7. There's other shows out there better than mine, so people are going to go watch those shows. So yeah, I don't want to compete, I was just kind of in the mood because I really like this plane so much that they came out with, that I wanted to keep. Everybody was chatting about it in their chat and wanting to keep chatting about it, and I thought, well, hell, I'll go live and we'll keep chatting about it because everybody seems to like it, including me. Change the name to protect the innocent. None of us are innocent, George. None of us. So, yeah. So ever since they actually told everybody to go home. There was 500 people still in the chat after the show ended. And they said he made a joke about being I forget his name now. It's right there. Fulis Bueller or whatever. Go home. Eric told everybody to go home. So I said, I'll go live. Let's keep talking about it. So, yeah, FARMERMAN, I've fallen asleep many times too. It happens. I was on hold with Horizon Hobbies one day trying to get a defect handled, and fell asleep while I was on hold because I was on hold for 2 hours, and then the guy comes on. Hello. He woke me up. Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a big change for me on Hobby Zone, and I'm so happy, to be honest. Their shipping used to suck. I'm not gonna lie. Over the years I've been ordering stuff from Hobby Zone, and it takes them 10 days to put it in the mail. Okay? It takes 14 to 16 days for me to get it because it sits in my cart, or in my processing part of my account for 10 days before they can put it in a box and send it to me. And I used to get really, really pissed about it. But now, since Arrows came online, the change happened the same time Arrows came online. Their shipping's been spot on now. So I'm real happy about that change. But before that, I was not happy with Hobby Zone at all. I was very disappointed in their service. But, it's great now. So very happy about that. Oh, is that right? You'd put the Tiger scheme on it to match the MiG? That would look kind of cool, huh? Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, that's another problem for me is, they released it today, and they're not going to ship until October. So, that sucks. I wish they would wait till they have them before they release it. So we're all can't wait to get it, and then we got to wait till October. That sucks. Um, yeah, late October. Yeah. How big does it have to be, Owen? Because this is a pretty big jet. I mean, it's only twin 64s, but wingspan wise, it's bigger than the Avanti. Or about, well, overall, this plane's bigger than the Avanti. You know, even though it's 64 millimeter, it's twin 64s. So the overall size of this plane is bigger than the Avanti. So that's one of the things I liked about it. I like the scheme on it. I love the size of it. Um, it's I don't know if it's going to be a battery eater or not. I'm not familiar with the 64 millimeter uh, twin engines, so we'll find out. But right, $40 off right now on the 29. It was I had to I told Ryan I would do it, and I was good to my word. When they put it on sale, I'll buy it, and they put it on sale and I bought it. So, it's at 289, guys. That's a lot of airplane for 289, and that's a really good deal. And it has lights for 289. It's a retractable landing gear twin engine jet with lights for 289. So for me, that blows the T-33 right out of the water. This plane is a way better value for me than the T-33. I would have never bought a T-33. Hey, Christy, what's up? Okay, Christy. Well, we'll probably still be here. these guys won't go home, so we'll be here a while. So, but thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the like. I like it. Thank you. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I can kind of see that. Um, They finally did it this year here at Florida Jets. They allowed the EDFs this year. If you wanted to fly with the turbines, you could this year. First time they'd ever done that. So I was really glad to see that. I almost, because I had brought my yak, I almost paid the $20 and flew with them. I was considering it. I probably will do it next year. I'll probably bring a couple jets next year. I'll get there early, and I'll probably fly. But I got there a little late this year, and kind of thought, you know. So I watched for a little while, and then I decided that because of this, you know, in the past years, the turbines have not been that gigantic. I mean, they've been big, but not like this year. Oh my God. The planes this year were so big, it was unbelievable. I mean, they were enormous. So yeah, mine would have looked like a toy out there on the runway next to these turbines this year. They were just so big, it was crazy. So yeah, I kind of decided, nah, I think I'm not going to fly it. It's too small compared to how big the jets are this year. So I decided to just watch. But yeah, but this was the first year they allowed EDFs to fly. Yeah, I get that, FARMERMAN. It's, yeah. Yeah, if I wanted to take the time to put all my planes back in their boxes, I could get a lot more airplanes in the car without damaging them. You know, they'd be nicely packed in nice, you know, square boxes that could just slide right in, stack them on top of each other. Yeah, I could get a boatload of airplanes in the car if I wanted to put them all back in their boxes. But it would take me 2 days to put them all together at the event. And then 2 days to take them all apart to put them back in the cars. Oh. So here's what happened, GB. I put I think 9 lights on my plane. I don't know if that's what did it, but the symptoms were exactly what happened to the boozers when they flew the what do they call that damn thing? The Storch. Okay, I don't know if you remember the video, but Wes had the ESC set for 5 amps instead of 8 because he had high-powered servos in it. So it took off and it was flying, and then the servos stopped working. You know, he didn't have control of the airplane. The servos didn't have enough power to fly the airplane. And it seemed like I didn't lose the radio. My telemetry warning talking to me, the radio was still talking to the plane. Everything was good, but I lost control of the servos. I couldn't control it, and it rolled into the ground. So, you know, was it because I put all those damn lights on it? I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is I didn't lose radio like I did when I lost the Avanti. See, the Avanti, I knew would happen, and it's happened more than once. If you put an overcharged battery in the Avanti, it shuts the radio off. And it tells me it shut off. As soon as I hit the gear switch, it says telemetry lost, which means I no longer have the airplane. As soon as I get a telemetry lost signal, I don't have the airplane. I never got a telemetry lost with the T-33 until it hit the ground and the battery flew out of it, because it unplugged the airplane and telemetry lost. But I didn't get that message until it hit the ground. I lost the Avanti when I hit the gear switch and it shut the radio off. You know, and that's why I didn't have any control of the Avanti and it crashed into the cars. But the T-33, I had radio until it hit the ground. So why I lost control of it, I don't know. You know, did all those extra lights I put on it have an effect? I don't know. I would probably never know. I don't know. But yeah, it was definitely on the maiden. I wasn't in the air 40 seconds, 50 seconds. I got it up, got the gear up. I made one turn that way, came back across the field and made a turn this way. And when I made this turn, I lost it. It just, like I said, I still had telemetry, but I didn't have control of the servos. It wasn't responding. So I think it did. I throttled back. It did throttle back. So I had the radio, but I just didn't have control of it. I couldn't level the wings, and it rolled over and went in. So, who knows? I don't know. Maybe I have a defective ESC or a defective EBEC. I don't know. Maybe the BEC quit. I don't know. But like I said, I put like 9 lights on it. I had strobes on the wingtips. I had nav lights on the wingtips. I had strobes top and bottom on the fuselage. I had a landing light on the nose gear. I had, what else did I have? So I had a boatload of lights all over it. And there's a video. There's a 17-second video on my channel, just filming it with the lights doing all of its cool stuff. And it looked cool as hell. But so I don't know for sure. Yeah, that could be it. I think it might have been a BEC overload. I mean, I'm guessing there's a reason they didn't put lights on the T-33 in the first place, right? I mean, why wouldn't they not have put lights on that plane? At least a landing light on the nose wheel, because that was a direct bolt-on. I didn't have to modify the plane at all. I took the landing light off of a F-22, and it bolted right to the strut of the T-33. No modifications whatsoever. I just screwed right on like it belonged there. So why wouldn't FREEWING have put it on in the first place? I don't know. Didn't have to modify where it went in. It fit in the gear door. It fit perfect like it belonged there. I didn't have to do any modifications to put that on. So I don't know. I don't know what caused it. I should have flown it first before I modded it. My bad. I was so excited to change the paint scheme a little bit, put the American livery on it, get the lights on it. I was just so excited to get that plane lit and all that, that when it got here, I just immediately got on it and did it. And then yeah, at the end of a flight, yeah, dropping the gear once your battery's too low can definitely be a problem for sure. I lost the Aviation on takeoff with a gigantic battery in it. I was going for the longest distance flight. So I had a 6,000, it was a 6000 6S 60C battery in the plane, and I had overcharged it on purpose to extend my flight time as long as I could. And that's the second time I had overcharged a battery in that plane, or well, with that ESC anyway. And it did the same thing both times. As soon as I hit the gear switch, it shut it down. And I was actually thinking about, after I modified the gear on this today and put this together, about putting the Aviation on the table and plugging it all back in, overcharging a battery and videoing it to see if I can make it do it right here on the bench, which I'm pretty sure I can, and send it to Motion. I want Alpha to see this and see what he thinks, because I don't think they're aware that particular ESC, when you overcharge a battery, it doesn't like it. I don't have many planes that have that problem, but a few. I have one drone that won't fly. If you overcharge the battery, it'll take off and it loses orientation and crashes. As soon as you unplug it, plug it back in, it's fine. Is that initial hit is enough to bring the battery down to below the correct voltage, and then it flies perfect. But if you overcharge that battery even a little bit and then try to fly it, it'll crash. and then because it just disorients it. I don't know what the hell why, but it does. And then as soon as you unplug it, plug it back in, and take off again, it's fine. So I have a drone that does it. The Avanti does it. I have another plane that does it. Oh, my Yak 130. If you overcharge the battery, it won't power up. It will not even power up. The lights come on. You get no beep, 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 beep. You know, nothing. It just sits there because the battery's overcharged and it won't power up. So it just sits there with the lights blinking. So I have to kill the battery, you know, somehow, do something to get the battery, you know, down below that threshold voltage, and then it all powers up and then it'll fly. But if I overcharge the battery in that, it won't even power up. So, you know, so there are a few ESCs out there that, you know, are pretty finicky about battery voltage. It just so happens my Avanti, I had to lose 2 of them before I realized what the hell was going on with that. So, yeah, it's a great idea, George. You know, and I'm thinking about actually going to a separate battery pack for the radio, and completely separating it from the flight battery, so that if I overfly it, kill the battery, whatever, I'm never going to lose control of the airplane. You know, I would even run the gear off the flight battery, not the radio battery, and that way just the flight controls will be on the radio battery, and I'd put the landing gear on the flight battery, so that at worst case scenario, I'd have to make a gear up controlled landing if I exhausted the main pack that badly that I couldn't even get the gear down. I would still have control of the airplane and be able to belly land it under my control where I want it to go, you know. So I'm seriously thinking about doing that. You know, it's such a unique problem to only a couple of airplanes. It's hard to go that way. Like, I'm going to do that on all my planes because it's a lot of work to do it. You literally have to cut the power wire or take the power wire out of the plug for your landing gear and run the red power wire over to the other side, you know, put an extension on it and run it to the where you're getting your feed for the other stuff, you know, off the back, you know, and then so it's I mean, it's not a ton of work, but it's extra work. I mean, to modify that and do it right, you know, so making a plug, you know, plugging it together, run it over to the back, plug it into the back. You know, it's a lot of extra monkeying around. All right, George. We'll see you later, man. Thanks for stopping in. But I'm definitely going to do it on some of my more expensive, like that MiG-29, for instance. I would absolutely, if I bought that, which I probably won't. It's too big. But if I had bought something like that, I would definitely separate that out. It's just too big an airplane to lose. So I would definitely put my radio, the flight surfaces, on a separate battery to ensure that I cannot lose control of the airplane. I will have, no matter what happens with the back and the motors and the gear or whatever, I'm not going to lose control of the airplane. I'll be able to fly it to a safe landing somewhere. And so, yeah, when I start spending $600 on an airplane, there's going to be safeties for sure. But yeah, so that's you know, again, I don't know for sure. I can definitely reproduce what the Avanti did, and I'm going to do that. But as far as the T-33, I have no idea if the lights were the problem. It could be. I know for a fact that if I get another T-33, I'll fly it first before I modify it with no lights and everything. I'm gonna try the same. I'm gonna do some ground tests first. You know, I'm gonna do a full throttle, hold on to the airplane, let it run, maybe the whole battery pack, work the controls, run the gear up and down. I'm going to do a complete test with that ESC and see if it behaves, and then I'll fly it. And if it behaves, then we'll have our answer. If it doesn't have a problem, then the lights did it. The lights were the problem. So, but I'll definitely test it before I put it back in the air. So, anyway, so what do you guys? Who else has that opinion on this new GRIPEN? Yeah, I'm still baffled. I just, like I said, I've never seen this thing before. I can't believe that out of all the airplanes that are available to make for FREEWING, that this one came to the top of the list. Hey, Joseph, what's up? No, I'm not still going. You're about the 8th person that's come in here and asked that. No, not still going. We just watched Motion's new release on a new jet. Damn it had to be a jet. Don't want another jet. Called the GRIPEN. I don't know what it is. Never heard of it. And but everyone wanted to talk about it in the chat, even after they shut the chat down. So I went live to continue talking about it. So if anybody wanted to come in and discuss it some more, we could. I didn't figure I'd be here more than an hour. It's been about an hour. But anyway, yeah. So no, not still going, but yeah, we're here now. So you just saw it. What do you think, Joseph? You like it? You think you're going to get one? What do you think? I have 2 programming cards, Randy. But you still should be able to do it through the whole throttle on-off programming. You just need to know, which one it's on. I don't know if they have that on their stuff. Hang on a second. Let me look at something. It might be in this book, and it might be the same. Let's see if they talk about that in here. Does anybody know offhand what brand ESC is in the Arrows products? I haven't looked. So, does anybody happen to know what they're using? No, they don't have... yeah, there's nothing in here about how to do it. Yeah, I heard Alpha say that. This plane's been done, this new release today, the GRIPEN, it's been done for a year. They've been sitting on it for a year. Why? My God, there's been so much time going on, they've hardly released any new airplanes. Why the hell were they sitting on this thing? That don't make any sense. I don't know why they were sitting on it. Randy, look at your Bigfoot and tell me what ESC is in it, and I'll look up the instructions to program it. Just tell me what brand it is. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in a. I don't know what you have in there. Just tell me what brand it is, and I'll find out for you. Yeah, and they were sitting on the MiG-29 as well. So why would they have two birds they've been sitting on for a year and then unveil them in less than a month apart? They really think we're made of money, I guess. You know, we can afford a $600 airplane and a $400 airplane 1 month apart. You know, that's $1,000 plus the batteries. You know, if you hadn't flown 6-cell before, you gotta buy two to fly the MiG, just one flight. I mean, it's just insane the amount of money they're talking about here. Okay, Randy, well, the battery tray's held in with a couple of screws, isn't it? Unscrew the battery tray and look at it. Tell me what it is, I'll help you. I'll find out for you. I found out I just called Jeff yesterday and told him how to fix his P40 issue. You know, with the rudder being reversed. You know, I called him up and told him exactly how to fix it. So, you know, I'll be happy to look it up for you. Just, it's glued in? Well, how do they expect you to replace the ESC if it doesn't come, if you can't get it out? Yeah, man, I get that. I totally understand that. Don't have a problem with that. My question is, though, why did they hold on to both these planes for a year and then release them a month apart? You know, 6 months ago, they could have released the MiG-29, given us 6 months to recover from the $600 investment on that one to give us a $400 one now. But no, they wait till they're right together and they release them together like, you know, we all have $1,000, you know, burning a hole in our pocket right now to drop on both airplanes. So what do they just don't want us to buy both? No, I haven't done an actual load test, Joseph. I can. Because I can look at the voltage on my radio while I'm doing that. And so I can do that for you if you want me to do that. You have a particular battery you want me to test? Because, you know, I'd be happy. I'm going to pull the 22 out of the car today anyway, because I got to reinstall the nose gear mount. The mount pulled loose out of the foam because the gear doesn't, you know, the gear on the F-22 is so stiff that my grass field is beating it to death. So it pulled the, it didn't break it, it just pulled it loose. So I got to re-glue the plastic mount for the nose gear. So I'm going to be pulling that out of the car today anyway. So yeah, I can test that for you. Just tell me, you know, if a brand battery, I'll try, I might have it, and size battery and C rating. You know, give me the parameters you're looking at so I can throw that in there, and then I can tell you, well, with this battery, with this C rating, full throttle, this is what I got. You know, so tell me what you want me to test, and I'll get as close to that as I can. Even brand, because I have a lot of batteries. So okay. Let me hang on a second, Randy. Let me look here. Wow. Oh, come on. Is their page screwed up as well? Okay, there we go. Wow. That ESC is only $14.40. Damn. And it's got their brand name on it, so it's not, that doesn't help. All right, Randy, I'll look it up for you. Do I have your number? Do you have my number? So is all right, Joseph. So that's what 20 volts at full throttle on full charge pack, full throttle, um, loaded. You're getting 20 volts. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, I have that battery. So I can test that exact battery. Oh, at 50%. Okay. So it's dropping to 20 volts. Okay. All right, I'll test it. I'll see what I'll see what I get. I'll let you know. Do I have your phone number? Do you have mine? Okay, I'll hit you up in Messenger, Randy. I'll get with you later. We'll figure it out. I'll hook you up, man. Trust me, I'll figure it out. Okay, Joseph. I'll hit you up later too. I'll get, like I said, I'm getting it out of the car today anyway, so I'll test it for you and let you know. Victor's driving back to work. All right, hang on, Randy. Let me write that down. What the hell is? Oh, I know what that was. Of course, my pen won't write on that. Wax. How about this? No, that's not working either. Give me something to write on. Come on, pen. Okay, I got it, Randy. You can take that down if you want. If you want to remove that post so your phone number is not in my stream forever to anybody can see it. Take it down. Yeah, I get it, Joseph. No problem. I'll be happy to do that. And I have the exact same battery. So I can 50% charge it and do the full throttle test and see what my voltage is, and I'll let you know. All right, Victor, what are you sending us? What's that link to? I can't click it. So, just so everybody else knows what you're sending them to. It's not, it's not, I don't care if it's kid friendly because my show's not kid friendly anyway. But just in case somebody's at work while they're doing it, and next thing you know, something pops on the screen they really don't want their boss to see. It might be an idea. Man, I can't believe I had to dumb down that new camera. to get this stream to work right. This is working pretty good right now. You know, hell, the quality of the other camera was probably as good as this. You know, running it at 360. But that's what it took. So, Victor, did you go out to eat for lunch, or did you go home for lunch? Are you one of those lucky guys? Hey, Ray, what's up? So I know you were in the chat. I saw you there. What did you think of the new GRIPEN? And yeah, it would look great with a burner in it. You know, a afterburner in it for sure. Yeah. No, I'm not going to stay on here that long. I got things to do. I got to go pick up a bumper cover. I'm just waiting for the call. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it because I didn't even know what the hell it was. I never heard of that airplane. It does look great. I love it. It's I'm having a salad, guys. This is Applebee's last night's dinner, leftover salad. I didn't eat last night, so that's my lunch. I was totally convinced it was going to be a Warbird too, GB. I was totally waiting for a Warbird. Because that's all they've released. All the new planes they've released have all been jets. And I'm jetted out. I don't want any more jets. Which is killing me because I really want this one. I really like it. So I really want this one, but I don't want any more damn jets. Yeah, surface vehicle. I've got so many damn surface vehicles. You know, and they're fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. When you can't fly, I love playing. You know, Tim and I were out here for days playing with our trucks because of the rain. We couldn't fly. Got a great cook at home. Oh, well, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. See, you went home for lunch. Hey, I don't blame you. Absolutely. Easy on the eyes, too. So, hey, win-win. Absolutely. Well, you know, it's funny. So there's a plane that's very similar to this one, the Japanese J-10. And HSD made that plane. If you haven't seen that, go to RC Informer and type in J-10. He reviewed that plane. He did his modifications to it. I almost bought that plane. I was this close to buying that plane. Banana Hobbies had it on clearance, and I almost pulled the trigger on it. And now they don't even have it anymore because I just looked to see if they still had it. And it's discontinued, and they don't even show that they ever had it. But yeah, I was going to buy the J-10. Yeah, oh yeah, I agree. Absolutely. But I'm just saying it had functional canards, and so did the J-10. Yeah. So, which one are you talking about, Victor? The J-10? It was optional. It had retracts or fixed gear. You could get it either way. The one I was going to buy from Banana was retracts. It had nice retracts in it, too. All aluminum. Really nice looking. You know, listen, HSD doesn't fool around. They make good shit. So if you look at an HSD F-16 gear, it looked like that. You know, it was all that aluminum with the machined holes in it, you know, like a girder. I mean, it was really nice looking gear in the J10. That was one of the features about it. It was $450. And I almost pulled the trigger on it. Oh, so Gooniac, you had one, so you've seen it in live. Did his have retracts, or were they fixed gear on his? Flew hella funky? Yeah, Rich Baker talked about it a lot. If you go out and watch he did a lot of shows on that particular plane. A lot of flight review shows. I mean, he did a unboxing, and then he did one build video and showed all the mods he did to it on the build, because he changed a bunch of stuff. Little stuff, but he changed a lot of stuff. What's up, Boozer? And then, but he did a lot of flight videos on it, because it had thrust reverse. You know, you could flip a switch, and the ESC would reverse the fan. So not only did the canards go up and the flaps went down, or I think they both went up, or whatever, to air brake it, it also reversed the fan unit. And it was really cool. So, but it looked, listen, it was really fast. And it landed fast. You know, it was really hard to slow it down. So, once you hit the ground, you know, if you were on a paved runway, you needed the thrust reverse, because you got to stop the damn thing. No, Wes. I went back on after you and I both said in the show that I never heard of this airplane before. So, and everybody wanted to talk about it, so I went live right after Motion went off, so that we could continue to talk about it, because I was excited, you were excited, so I figured everybody would want to still talk about it. So yeah, I've only been on for an hour, a little over hour and a half now, so that we could talk about it. So, did you order one yet? I know you liked it. Yeah, I thought the same thing, Ray. That's probably why I didn't pull the trigger, is it looked like it might be a handful to fly. And I really didn't want another one of those. So I was getting cheap enough that I thought I'd try it, though. But I ended up waiting, and now it's not available anymore, so whatever. I'm not going to lose sleep over that one. Yeah. That's what I was just talking about. We were talking about, Alpha said they've been sitting on this plane and the 27 for a year. They've been finished for a year. And then they decide to bring $1,000 worth of airplanes out right back to back. What are they thinking? You know, do they think we're all made of money? That we can pull the trigger on an F-29? I'm sorry. A MiG-29 at $639, and then 3 weeks later pull the trigger on a GRIPEN at $409? I mean, what the hell? You know, if they spaced them out 6 months apart, it would be more, you know. But yeah, so I don't know their logic. I'm trying to figure it out, what sense it made to bring these two planes over $1,000 out right after each other versus spacing them out 6 months. Because if the planes had been done a year, they could have released the MiG-29 in February. Okay? No problem. And then bring out the GRIPEN today, and then we would have had a 6-month recovery from buying the MiG to now. Yeah, Christmas is around the corner. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you're like me. You don't wait till Christmas to buy airplanes. You know, buy them when they come out. Well, That's not entirely true. A lot of times I will wait till Black Friday to see who's got what on sale. But and that depends on the plane. I love everything about this plane except that it's a jet, and I don't want any more jets. I'm jetted out. I've got 10 jets. I don't want another jet. But with that said, I really want this one, so I may buy another jet. I really don't want another jet. An S3B. No, I don't know what that is, Joseph. What kind of plane is that? Is that a World War II plane? Prop plane? Well, yeah, wait a second. Does Motion even sell a biplane? I don't think they even have a biplane, do they? Yeah, because FMS and E-Flight just released the pits not too long ago. You know, almost at the same time. The only difference is the size. RC Informer's post, like recently? No. What did he post? Oh, no kidding. There's a new FMS Corsair? A 1700? They already had a 1700. They have a new 1700? Oh, it's a double fan jet, a Sub Hunter. Oh, really? I'm not sure I'm familiar with that one. No, did RC Informer, is that what he's reviewing? Oh, I'll have to go watch that. Man, I've been waiting to pull the trigger on that plane for a while now. And because of the 1600 FREEWING, flight line, Corsair, I've been waiting. But I want a big Corsair, so maybe it's good that I waited. Maybe I'll want the new 1700 then. Let me look at something. All right, just looked it up, Joseph. They call it the Viking? Is that the one we're talking about? Wow. Yeah, I just looked it up. I'm looking at it. It kind of resembles an intruder a little bit. I mean, it's got external wing-mounted engines, but the shape of the wing and the overall shape of the plane, it looks like it's a two-pilot side-by-side. Cockpit. That's what it looks like. Yeah, there's so many American planes that I thought they would. I was disappointed when they came out with the MiG, because it's another Russian plane. You know, why aren't you making a giant F-15? You know, or a giant F-14, or I mean, there's so many U.S. planes available to make. And they keep making, the enemy. And so I'm like, and now they did back-to-back. Well, I guess, all right, well, maybe the... I guess the Gripen's not an enemy plane. But it's not a U.S. plane. So, so yeah, what I don't know. It's not a U.S. plane. It's a, it's made by Saab. I guess Sweden uses it. I don't know. I just there's so many planes I would think would be higher up the list than this. Not that I'm complaining. Listen, I really like the airplane. So, I'm just kind of trying to figure out why they would have picked that airplane. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I know, Wes and I both never had heard of it. I'm sure there's a lot of other people have never heard of it. So, what would have been their thought process that's the one they went with to come out with a new jet? This was the home run for them. I don't know. Oh, I'm sure somebody asked for it. I'm sure they had a lot of people ask for it. But did more people ask for this plane over, say, and I'm thinking the twin MiG size plane? Why wouldn't they, have come out with like an F-15, for instance, with twin 80s in it? Big F-15 like the MiG, with twin 80s in it. Why wasn't that higher up the list than this Gripen? How did they figure this, Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, Joseph, you could be right. Maybe their focus was to give the Europeans something exciting, they're and that's perfect. So that's why I want to talk about it. Because you just brought a point up that I wouldn't have thought of, in my thought process. Those guys over there keep bitching. Why do they keep coming out with U.S. airplanes? What about our planes? So, yeah, on the other side of the pond, as they call it. Yeah. So, yeah, they're bitching. They want something else other than a U.S. plane. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense now. They're trying to keep everybody happy. So, yeah, so they came out with that giant MiG for them, and of course a bunch of us bought it too. And then they come out with this Gripen for them, but a lot of us are going to buy it too. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Wasn't thinking out that far out of the box. So, yeah, you did mention that, Matt, but I didn't put it together in that context. As far as, I knew what you were saying, and it made sense, but I didn't think about from their perspective. They're over there bitching why they keep coming out with more U.S. jets. Until I put that with it, then it made sense to me more than just you know, they were trying to appeal to them. Yeah, they're trying to appeal to them, but at the same time, yeah, if I was them and they came out with another U.S. jet, I would have been like, you know, why did they come out with another U.S. jet? Why the hell can't we get one? So now it makes more sense. I just hadn't gotten up to speed yet, Matt, but you were right. That's exactly why they did that. So, yeah. It took you 3 times to spell box? Really, Joseph? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Man, I just don't want another jet. I'm jetted out. I don't want to buy another jet. But boy, I really like this one. I'm gonna have to. It's pre-order. I'm gonna think about it. But boy, I do like it. Yeah. Right. Yeah, Victor. But that's just the a lot of the newer stuff I mean, there's a lot of jets out there that they haven't touched. What about civilian stuff? Somebody said it in the chat, and they're right. How about a Learjet? You know? How about a Premier One jet? How about they you know, Dynam did a citation, but they didn't do a very good job of it. The turbojet was such a fun. What's the turbojet? Yeah, basically 200. You're right. I'm trying to talk myself out of it. Now it's not quite there. It's kind of more like I'm trying to talk myself into it because I like it, but I don't want another jet. But I'm trying to talk myself into it. It's that close on the fence, but I'm more over the not buy it than buy it side. So I'm trying to talk myself into it. And by the time it's available, I probably will talk myself into it. I got you, Randy. Yeah, I'm gonna do some research online. I'll figure out what ROES is using for an ECU, ESC, and then I'll find out how to program it, and then I'll call you. Yeah, I get it. In a 101, a 100. I mean, I know Flex just came out with an F100, but you know that would be a popular. There's a lot of jets out there that they haven't touched on, but again, they're U.S. jets, and the Europeans want something on their side. So I get it. You know, I don't think it's a bad choice. I like the jet. I'm not complaining that they came out with this at all. I'm just kind of trying to put my head around why they came out with it. But now you know, but you know, is that a popular jet on their side? Would they have rather had you know? I mean, there's a lot of jets on their side of the pond too that they didn't come up with, other than this GRIPEN. So, you know, and I'd never heard of the GRIPEN. I've heard of the Mirage and the Eurofighter and the, you know, a bunch of those, and So never heard of this one. So why did this go to the top of the list? Maybe it's that popular over there. I don't know. You know, I wasn't thinking that way. I wasn't thinking, hey, I'm a European and I want to see a European jet, and hey, I really like the GRIPEN, which apparently is what maybe it was at the top of the list for them, and that's what they went with. So I wasn't thinking like a European. I like this plane way more than the MiG-29 they just came out with. The MiG-29 to me is too big, too expensive, 2 batteries to fly it. Those are all strikes. That's 3 strikes. Not coming to my hangar. Not a plane I want. And I'll tell you, the biggest problem is the 2 battery packs. That's why I don't have the big A10. I'm not buying a plane I have to put 2 batteries in. Not 2 6-cell batteries. You know, putting 2 4-cells in to make an 8-cell is as far as I go. You're appealing? I'm not. I don't get that one, Joseph. What's appealing? Appealing? Nick's RC, what's up? Well, see, now if they'd have made a Eurofighter in the size of this GRIPEN, you know, an 80mm Eurofighter that was big like this GRIPEN, that would have been. I would have been more amped for that one, because I know that plane. I've seen that plane. I'd never heard of this GRIPEN. So again, not complaining about their choice. I really like it. I really, really like it. But I just don't want another jet. I would have loved to have seen them come out with another World War II plane, or a civilian prop plane, turboprop plane, like a TBM. Man, I would have loved it if they'd come out with a TBM. Oh, sounds like I'm a European. A peon, get ya. That's funny, Joseph. Okay, I got it now. Yeah. So, yeah, I would have loved it if they made a turboprop TBM, civilian plane, you know, nice sized one, you know, 1700 size, you know, TBM. I mean, I'd be all over that plane. You know, I would love to have that. I want it big enough that it's big, but still flies on 1 battery. Okay, so I've got a 2,000mm P40. I've got a 2,000mm T28. Both of them fly perfect on a single 6-cell for 9 minutes, 9 to 12 minutes. That's perfect. That's what I want to see more of. I want to see 2,000mm size prop planes. Civilian, military, I don't care. That's what I want to see. So I would love to see a 2,000mm TBM, you know, that would fly on a single 6-cell. That would be freaking awesome. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see any more jets. I'm all jetted out. So take a guess, Matt. What are they going to bring out? What plane do you think they're going to, and what size? If you were Motion RC or FREEWING or Flightline, what would be your next release? What do you think? There's no wrong answer here. I'm just curious what you think. Now see, that's not a bad one, but I would like to see it to be a 2000 P-47. I'd be all over that. A P-47 the size of the Carbon Z T-28. Oh my God. I would be all over that. So yeah, that would be, because that hasn't been done. They already did a 1700 P-47. You know, I have, it's on the back side of this box. I have that one. It's right there. So they've already done a 1700. FMS did, and it's still available. You can still get it. There's a 1700 P-47. But there isn't a 2000 P-47. And I would love to see that. Not in foam. I mean, there's a balsa version, but I would love to see yeah, Randy, bang for buck. The Bigfoot's an awesome airplane. There's no doubt about it. That was a home run. It's a nice size. The price tag's right. You know, that's an awesome airplane. You know, that was a home run. That one, I think the Air Tractor, another home run. What is that thing? 269, 4-cell, 1500 millimeter, another home run. You know, I think there's some airplanes they've come out with that have been home runs. See, after Motion made the P-47 in a 1700, and then they released a 1500 Razorback P-47. I didn't understand why the downsize. Why would they go down in size? Did they think the 1700 was too big? I really don't mind taking the wing off my T-28. It goes on and off easy. I wish it had the single point wing connector, and I'm sure if it was an FMS plane, it would. You know, and I'm sure if Horizon updates the next batch of T-28s, the Carbon Z, they probably will upgrade it to a single point wing connector as well, because they have that technology now, or sorta. You know, they have a way of mounting all the plugs in a row, and then it plugs in, kind of deal. So that would be a home run for sure. I would love to see that. Is that Robert with a new name now? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Although that, you know, it seems like they want to go bigger and pricier. It seems to be the trend right now. Well, welcome to the show. Hey, I'm really sorry to hear about your business, buddy. What happened? Is that a done deal, or are you in like Chapter 13 recertification? Any chance you're going to get it back together, or is it just done? Really hate to hear that. Yeah, I figured it probably was Corona related. Man, I'm really sorry to hear that, buddy. That sucks. Wow. So, Mike, I heard that crash was a total destruction. Was it repairable? Or did you have to, like, replace the fuselage? What did you do? Oh, you got the 2-meter P40. Is it an LX models one? That's the only P40 I know that's 2 meters, so I'm hoping that's which one you're talking about. Oh, and you have watched my video. Thank you. I was just going to suggest you do that. So, awesome. Yeah, I love that airplane. Love it. It's one of the few LX model planes that don't need a lot of modeling, and it worked right out of the box. With the prop that it comes with, it's no speed demon, but it has plenty of power. I mean, it flies fine. It's just not fast. Yeah, it's big. And yeah, I love that airplane. I've been wanting that plane forever. I was so glad I finally pulled the trigger on it. It's very scale flying. You know, when you're flying it, you know, 3/4 throttle, it's just perfect. It flies scale. It's not a speed demon. If you want to make a speed demon out of it, put a 2-blade prop on it, change the pitch, definitely go bigger diameter and repitch it, and you can make it fast. But with the prop that's on it, it looks, I don't know, everybody keeps telling me the prop's too small, even though it's a 3-blade. You know, I didn't visually see that, but it flies really good. You know, it flies, you know. Yep, that's perfect. It's low, slow, and sexy. Yep, that's what it is. It flies really good. You know, it's very light wing loading. It's easy to land it. It's a floater. Don't stall it. You know, fly it to the ground. I would suggest you do my mod on the motor box to slide it in farther, because if you let it stop where they have it, you're going to have a huge gap between the spinner and the cowl. I mean, huge. So test that before you glue it, and make sure you're happy with it. And if you're not, then just cut those foam pieces out and then slide it in as far as you want it. You know, just stop when you get it in where you like it, and, you know, let the glue set there. But I don't think you're going to like it where they have it. It's way too big a gap. Looks terrible. So I slid it in probably another 1/4 of an inch from where they had it. So that's another tip I would definitely look at before you glue it up and slide it in there. You know, check that. Oh, okay. Did you have 2 of those? One with wheels, one without? Or is the one that disintegrated not yours? I can't keep you guys straight. I'm not sure if that was you or somebody else that crashed a 900 and it disintegrated. I thought it was you, but, you know, so did you have 2 of them? Hey, Robert, my email address is in the description below. Right now, in the info below is my email address. If you have any questions or about that plane or anything else, send me an email. You send me an email, I'll send you my phone number. We can talk on the phone if you want. So don't hesitate to contact me if you have questions. Happy to help. Been watching you for years, buddy. You guys put on a great show. Very entertaining. Well, yeah, Mike, I think it's the last one I uploaded. I've got the airliner build, the P-39 build. I got a bunch of stuff in the pipe. I just haven't had a chance to final edit it and get it uploaded, but it's coming. And then this one I'm going to do today, the MiG. So yeah, there's another one coming too. I've got a lot of videos I haven't had time to edit. Just a lot of shit going on. Wow, it's already 3:30. I gotta go. Hang on a minute. I gotta make a phone call here. I gotta make sure that bumper cover is here, and so I can go get it before they close. I didn't realize it was that late already. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. Not as boring as riding on the bus. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I was wondering this. My bumper cover came in. Oh, crap. Really? Oh, that really screws me up. Shit. Alright. Alright, thanks. Bye. Now, so the cover's not coming today. Oh, that sucks. Now I'll have to reschedule that. So, anyway, yeah. So, oh, okay, I got you. All right, Mike. Well, that kind of gets me at least straightened out on that. You out of here, William? All right, man. We'll catch you later. Randy, I'll talk to you later. I'll get with you. We'll get you fixed up. Yeah, Joseph. That's for sure. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Mike. When you're doing an LX model, and this is one of the better ones for sure. The P-40. Some of their planes take a lot of attention to detail to make them what they can be. You know, I like LX models because they fly good. You know, I've got a few of them, and they all fly fantastic. But they take a lot of extra work. And the A-10, for instance, you got to be prepared to buy a whole new set of landing gear because the gear that comes in it is unusable, which is a shame because the plane itself is great. It flies way better than the FMS A-10. But the landing gear in it is just freaking crap. No, Dave, not still live from last night. Yeah, good cocaine, yeah. No, we were just watching, and I saw you uploaded that the Camaro's alive, so I haven't watched it, but I saw you upload, so... yeah, we were all in Motion's new release. Another jet. The GRIPEN. Ever heard of it? It's made by Saab. It's flown by Sweden. Never heard of it myself. Neither had Wes Miller. So have you heard of it? Yeah, it's a shame that they don't listen to Rich more, because I know Rich has contacted LX Direct and told them, you guys need to take care of these issues, and they're not really listening. And they kind of pick and choose what they want to fix, and it's a shame. You know, first of all, the first thing LX model thinks is everybody flies off pavement, because all the crap they build, with the exception of the P40, won't fly off grass. You know, all their jets will not fly off grass the way they come. Not very well. You know, the wheels are too small, the landing gear's too weak, it's not installed robustly so it'll stay in the airplane. They just don't think about grass. And they don't realize that most of us fly off grass. You know. So, yeah, that's one of their big issues. But the P40 is one of their exceptions. There's very little wrong with that airplane. It's a great airplane. The instructions suck. But overall, I loved it. I have very little negative to say about the P40. I just love it. I love the look of it. I love the way it goes together. I have to add a couple extra magnets to the canopy. It stays on most of the time, but not all the time. So I'm going to add some more magnets so it stays on a little better. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the P40. I love that plane. But my A10 was crap until I put $180 worth of landing gear in it. Now I really love that airplane. But, you know, it's hard to justify paying $400 for the plane and then have to spend another $180 to make it flyable off grass. You know, so yeah, LX is a company that could, if they let me manage their shit, I could increase their sales by tenfold, easy. Just making them fix some stuff that they need to fix, because they don't really make a bad product. They're so close that with a little guidance, man, they could be hitting home runs, because they really make some cool shit. I just got the I don't know if you knew this, Dave, but it's sitting on my couch right now. I bought the YF23. I haven't put it together yet, but I bought it. I have it, and it looks pretty cool. Wow, Dave. Really? Tracy, when you say fastest turning jet, what do you mean? You mean like at speed? Are you talking about it has thrust vectoring and can flip itself over like the, what is it, the SU-30 has the thrust vectoring? Broke out the neighbor's windows. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, of course, Marshall, I'm still going. What's the matter with you? Where you been? What, did you sleep in? Where the hell you been? No, I came live after Motion's release. What did you think? Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say 100% pure awesomeness, but pretty close. I like it too. I really like it. It's a cool plane. Yeah, I started this right because nobody would leave the chat after she shut the show down. So I figured people want to talk about it, so I started this chat so we could talk about it. So I don't know how you missed it, but anyway, glad you're here. F you, by the way. Hamilton's Hangar, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, it's not the first plane that's had working canards, but it's cool. I love canard planes, so yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. I never heard of it before, but I like it. Yeah, we all know how much you like nards. But these are canards. So, almost the same thing, but not quite. You don't know what those are? Yeah, I'll let Marshall explain it to you. It has something to do with a banana hammock and what was the other thing? They aren't balls. Oh, canards, yeah. You're not as excited now? Oh, you guys are hilarious. Which C-47 are we talking about, Dave? Oh, the Dynam one you did. I gotcha. How come you didn't pick the bigger one like I have with the retracts? By the way, I mean it's on sale right now. It's cheaper than the Dynam one. $199, and it has retracts. It's 1800 millimeter, and it has retracts. Yeah, I was really surprised you went with the Dynam one. Oh, I gotcha. Well, cool. Look at that. That's freaking awesome, dude. You're doing videos for Dynam now? That's sweet. Hey, if you want to go live, I'll get off. We ain't doing anything. what would I? What's the word I'm looking for? We're not doing anything. Uh, we're just sitting here bullshitting. we're not really you know, doing anything exciting. So yeah, you can go live. I'll get off. Dave steps. Wait. Oh, GB steps on his balls all the time. Really? They're hanging that low? Really? Oh, GB. All right, Dave. I'll stay live then if you want to wait till your show tonight. Yeah, we'll check it out then. Dave needs a gallon of foam tack. 2 pounds of epoxy. Elephant comes to mind. Oh, God. Yeah, they won't let me go. I just tried to get out of here because Dave wants to go and they won't let me go. Sorry, Ryan, you're stuck with me. I know you hate that, but what are you going to do? I did get a chance to watch your video on the felony. Yeah, this guy never sleeps. No, I do sleep. Just not very much. You know, never have. Even, you know, listen, back in, Jesus, I don't know, like 6th grade, I was watching Johnny Carson every night, and then well, actually it was Tom Snyder after Johnny Carson. That's how long ago that was. Most of you guys probably don't even know who Tom Snyder is, but yeah. And my mom would always yell at me, "Go to bed! You gotta go to school in the morning." I said, "I'll go to school in the morning." Shut up, I want to watch Johnny Carson. So, yeah, I sleep upside down. I'm a bat. Yeah, and then I'd fall asleep on the floor. And then she'd yell at me for sleeping on the floor. I said, "Listen, I'm sleeping. What difference does it make if I'm on the floor in front of the television or in my bed? I'm sleeping. That's what you wanted." You know, reason. You got to reason with them. You know, I'd always reason with my mom, and then she couldn't fight with me because I'm, okay, well, I guess he's right. He's sleeping. I better shut up and let him sleep. Well, there you go. So, but yeah, I've always been a late nighter. I love Johnny Carson. I love Tom Snyder. Then David Letterman took over, and yeah, so I've just always been a late, until now. I mean, now I'm on YouTube because all the late night guys suck now. So I don't watch late. You know, when Craig Ferguson went off and took Jeff, that's where Jeff came from, my cameraman. Yeah, when he went off the air, I was like, okay, now I have nothing to watch. So that's when I started doing YouTube, because I didn't have any late night TV to watch anymore, because I can't stand the new guys. So, yeah, Dave, I was just saying kind of the opposite. I'm not happy about the 2 releases in a row. You know, that's over $1,000 in airplanes, plus batteries. You know, right together. Like, everybody's got an extra I know you have an extra $1,000 just laying around with nothing to do with it, right? You know, being out of work and everything, and you still have a big house payment. And yeah, so I know you just got $1,000 laying on the desk drawer there to throw at 2 brand new airplanes. Right? They just said that they've had these planes ready for a year. They've been sitting on them for a year. Why the hell didn't they release the MiG-29 in February, give us 6 months of recoup time, and then release the Gripen? Why did they release them together? That's what I don't get. Like everybody's got an extra grand laying around that they can just drop on 2 airplanes back to back. Didn't quite understand that. Yeah, Ryan, you don't have time to sleep. You're way too busy. You got kids, a wife, a job, and YouTube. Yeah, you don't have time to sleep. You need to clone yourself. You know? Then you could have a life. You know? I mean, the kids alone, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I just have no idea how you do it. Yeah, he was my favorite. I loved Craig Ferguson. I absolutely that was my Jeff was my you know, what do you call it? You know, I loved his show. I was so sad when he went off the air, man. I absolutely love that guy. He is so funny. Yeah, don't forget baseball. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, Ryan. I really don't. You're you know, everybody says I don't sleep. Dude, you don't have time to sleep. Christ, you're just wide open, nonstop. Yeah, I agree 100%, Dave. The MiG is too damn big. The Gripen's perfect. So, I agree at 100%. The MiG for me is too big. I want big, but that's just too big. Because it's too big, it's too expensive, and it takes 2 batteries. That's 3 strikes for me. You know? I just... You know... I think it's cool as shit. Don't get me wrong. But it's not coming to my hangar because it's too big, it's too expensive, and it takes 2 batteries. So it won't be coming to my hangar. But I think it's awesome. I love it. You know, but it's not something it's not something I'll buy. I can love it and not buy it. So I love it. I'm not going to buy it. You know, but the Gripen, that one, boy, I don't want another jet. But you know, but boy, I really like this thing. Man, I really like this thing. I just don't want another damn jet. So yeah, we'll give it some thought. It's in pre-release, so I have time to make a decision. So I'm going to think about it. There was no big thing in February other than, well, it was before COVID, I think, but just to space them out, Victor, so that you weren't releasing $1,000 worth of airplanes back to back. That was my point, is give us 6 months to recoup from the guys that want to buy the MiG. You know, they probably just get it paid off and then a new release and like, oh crap, you know. But now 2 back to back, you know, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm you know, but I can't see people that bought the MiG being ready to jump on the Gripen. You know, if they bought the MiG and they're budgeting money, they don't have money for the Gripen now because they spent it all on the MiG. You know. What's the racer over my left shoulder? Up here? The car? Can you see the car? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about the critical mass? Which one are you talking about, Mike? Which thing are you talking about? Oh my God, Dave, that was a good one. You already had 2 releases already, yeah? Oh my God, that was a good one. That's too bad Christy's not here, because she would have freaking loved that one. That was a good one. No, the yak plane. What are you talking about, Dave? That's what they call a dribble nowadays. What are you talking about, Victor? In February, there was absolutely zero shipping going on? Is that what you're talking? Oh, Christy is here! Can you scroll up? Can you see what Marshall just said? I don't know if you can scroll up to that. It was a good one. Oh my God, that was a good one. and now we have emojis too. to add some graphic to the PG-13 post. Oh my God, that was good. Yeah, no white raindrops. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Oh. Jeff in LA, so you didn't see the motions released. They released a new jet today, another jet. It's the GRIPEN. I don't know if you know what that is. I didn't know what it was. It's an 80 millimeter, and it's freaking awesome. You know, for $409 plug and play, $329 plus version, I believe. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, aren't they all awesome now? No, they're not all awesome. I mean, you know, the MiG-29 is, like I was just saying just before you came in, awesome airplane, but I won't buy it. I think it's cool. I really like it, but I wouldn't buy it. Too expensive, too big, 2 batteries, 3 strikes, not coming to my hangar. But it's an awesome airplane. I think it's a very awesome airplane, but yeah, not coming to my hangar. You know, it's just too big airplane, too much money, and it takes 2 batteries to fly it, 2 6S batteries to fly it, and that's just, you know, so that's a not coming to my hangar. But so as far as awesomeness, not so much on that one, but this GRIPEN is freaking awesome. I like this thing. I don't want another jet. That's my dilemma. I've got too many jets now. I don't want another one, but it's hard to pass this one up because I really like this one. So this one's awesome. Now I have to talk myself into pulling the trigger and buying it. And which MiG are you talking about, Dave? Did you buy the big MiG, the 29, the new one? And if you did, that's exactly what I was just saying. Why did they release these 2 back-to-back? You know, because now you're going to hold off on the GRIPEN because you bought the 29. You know, you don't have an extra $1,000 just sitting in the dresser drawer like the rest of us. So, yeah, Jeff, it's a home run. I think it's 80 millimeter single 6-cell battery, can handle anything from a 4 to a 6,000 pack. You know, sweet. It's got all the right stuff. I mean, it's the right power plant. It's the right size. It's it's unique. You know, with the canards, Dave, not nards, canards. Don't get, don't have another early release. I know. Too late, right, Dave? Too late. That's what she said. Right, I get it, Dave. Yeah, that's why I was saying they should have released the MiG in February, so you guys had time to recover, so that you'd be ready for the GRIPEN now. But back to back, that's $1,000. It's not everybody's got $1,000 laying around. Almost $1,050, almost $1,100. And then when you add battery packs to fly them, holy crap! Yeah, it's really crazy. So yeah, it's. Yeah, I've been trying to sell my my Havoc and my Futura, so to make room for other planes, because like I said, I got too many jets. I'm over the jet thing. So I know they're the same jet, so I'll sell either one, keep the other one. That's why I want to sell one of them, because they're the same jet. I don't need two of them, so I was going to sell my Havoc or my Futura, and then keep the one that I don't sell to downsize, because I don't need both of them. They're the same jet. I mean, literally, they're the same jet. They have the exact same retracts in them. They're almost identical in shape, and they're in size, configuration. They're just way too close of the same. I got hot on the. I already had the Futura. The Havoc came out, and the color is what made me buy that. I mean, the color of it's freaking awesome. I love that green. So I couldn't not pull the trigger on it. I had to have it because of the green. But yeah, now I just want to get rid of one of them, and I'm willing to let the Havoc go if that's the one that goes. I don't care. I got to get rid of a jet because I got too many jets. Got way too many jets. So yeah, for me the Havoc was a home run because of the color. I mean, oh my God. And actually, I'll be honest, I kind of like the no pilot foam canopy. So you don't have to worry about the inside of it melting from the heat and all that crap. Because I get tired of that too. So the fact that it just has a painted foam canopy is a win. Because I don't have to deal with the pilot and the whole gator and inside thing that they all do. So that was kind of a selling point as well. And the free battery. You know, I got that 5,000 pack with it, so I got a free battery. Um, so yeah, there were a lot of issues with the Havoc that made it a. I had to buy it. You know, couldn't not buy it. Yeah, that's another thing about the jets too. That's a little bit of a problem. Not really for me because we have an awesome field, but you know you can't fly a jet anywhere. Like I can fly everything on my property here, but a jet. I mean, it'd be very hard to fly a jet here. Too fast. Too many trees. It would be very hard to fly. Um, a Havoc on my property here. I mean, well, any jet. Just be too hard to do it. But anything prop, especially slow stole stuff, plenty of room for that. So I don't even have to go to the flying field. I could fly right here, but not a jet. I wouldn't attempt to fly my jet here. Wouldn't be any fun. It definitely wouldn't be any fun. It'd be way too, maneuvering it around the trees and under the power wires, and it just wouldn't be any fun. So, man, I am soaking wet. It's freaking hot out here. So that's funny. Almost a month ago, Dave Marshall, you were talking about selling your Buick. You've got a Buick you were going to sell to buy something big enough to haul the MiG in, and now the MiG's off the table. That's pretty funny. Because you were ready to just jump on the MiG, and since you couldn't get it in your Camry and you didn't want to sell your Camry, you were going to sell the Buick. What kind of Buick is it, by the way? All right, planes. It's funny, but don't get in trouble. Not on our account, anyway. Hey, Great Scott, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. I'm just checking something here. Sorry, I'm ignoring you guys for a second. Yeah, I'll finish that later. A friend of mine is not doing well, and I'm worried about her. She's talking about killing herself, and you never want to hear that. So if she puts something up, I want to make sure she's not going, off the deep end again. So anyway, back to the chat. So the reason we're here, Scott, is because Motion just released a great new airplane. It's another jet. It's an 80 millimeter. I never heard of this thing. It's called a GRIPEN. It's made by Saab. I guess it's a Sweden company, and the Sweden Air Force flies it. I'd never seen it. I love it. It's home run in every way. It has lights. So, big thumbs up. It's an 80 millimeter. Big thumbs up. It's bigger than most 80 millimeters. Big thumbs up. The only negative thing I have to say about it at all is I don't want another jet. I'm tired of jet. I've got enough jets. I don't want another jet. But yeah, I really like this thing, so I'm probably going to buy it. I'm going to have to find a way to sell off a couple of jets, because this one I like a lot. It's got canards on it. They're functional both as elevator and they're elevons. They're elevons, and on the wing are elevons. It's got dual elevons. It's a sweet setup. Just a great airplane, and caught me completely by surprise, because, like I said, I'd never heard of this GRIPEN. I didn't even know what it was. And when they did this really cool release where they've got pictures of it, dim lit, and I'm looking at it like, what the hell is this thing? And I thought it was a Eurofighter until until he got it out big when I saw the whole thing. But I'm looking at it and I saw the canards, and I'm like, well, is this a Eurofighter? Is it? And I'm looking at it like, what the hell is it? And it's a GRIPEN, and I'm like, oh, okay, what the hell is it? What? Never heard of it. So, but yeah, awesome airplane, great release. Nobody wanted to leave the chat after the show was over, and so I decided I'll start a second chat, and we can keep talking about it. Anybody that wants to show up. So we've had 20 people in here. It's been fluctuating. People come and go. It's been as high as 20. And anyway, so that's why we're here. That's the new thing. I don't know if you saw it or not. If you haven't, the promotion page is up. You can go look at it. Yeah, buy it. You only live once. Yeah, I know. That's easy to say. Yeah. So yeah, it's Christ, I just bought a jet. I just got it. I haven't even put it together yet. Right here, and then I come up with another jet. So, yeah. Yeah, you can find it in the upcoming planes page. It's right on the home page. There's 4 auto scrolls, and it's the 4th auto scroll. So you can just go down to the 4 buttons and click the 4th button, and it brings it up, and then you can click to go to the page. It's it's pretty easy to find it. They're not hiding it, and it's very cool. So that's what we're here. We're just discussing the new GRIPEN. And it's cool, very cool. So it's in pre-order, so I've got a few months to decide whether I'm going to buy it or not. But yeah, $409. Little pricey, but not unreasonable at all. I would have loved to have seen it at about $20 cheaper, but it's $20. But yeah, it's a great airplane. Way better value than the T-33, I think. The T-33 is much smaller, even though it's the same scale. It uses the same power plant as the T-33. It has lights, and the T-33 doesn't.
So yeah, the only, I won a T-33 from Dave's RC, and that's the only reason I even had one, because I would not have bought the plane myself for those reasons, But this one, boy, this one's got it all over it. Even though it's a couple bucks more, I like it. Man, I really like it. So I'm trying to talk myself into it. Not gonna make a impulse buy like I did with this. When it was $40 off, I was like, I'm in. So yeah, oh no, I get it. It's the T-33 is cool. I'm not, just like the new MiG-29. Love it, awesome airplane. I'm just not gonna buy it. It's not something I'm going to buy. It doesn't mean I don't love it. It's just I'm not going to buy it, for various reasons. So on the T-33, it was because it didn't have lights, because it was too pricey for what you got, I thought. The color scheme wasn't, I don't want to say it was a no-go, but it also wasn't a gotta have kind of thing. It was okay, but it wasn't a gotta have it. Like the Havoc, when that green, I had to have it. That was that color, just that and the free battery pack. I wasn't going to buy the plane, and when they first released it, I was, I'm not buying it. I like it, it's a cool color, but I'm not buying it. And then they released it about a month later, I think, with a free battery pack, and I'm like, okay, now I'll buy it. I'm getting a free 5,000 6-cell battery with the plane. Okay, I'll buy it. And I bought it. But as it was released, I didn't buy it. And I didn't buy the T-33 because, I thought it was too pricey and it didn't have lights. If they'd offered it with a free battery pack, I'd have bought it. I didn't hate it. I liked it a lot. I just wasn't going to buy it. And now this new MiG, same thing. Too big, too expensive, takes 2 battery packs to fly it. It's not, love it, not going to buy it. I think it's awesome, but I'm not going to buy it. It's too big, it's too expensive, and it takes 2 battery packs. But that doesn't mean I don't love it. I do love it. It's not coming to my hangar. I'll go to the field and watch somebody else fly theirs and get my enjoyment from that. But I'm not going to buy it. But this one, this GRIPEN, ooh. Yeah, I like it. I'm probably going to buy it. I'm not going to say yes or no yet, but I absolutely love it. It's definitely it's got a lot of things going for it. I love the livery on it. The scheme is cool. So yeah, it's so anyway, so that's what I started the chat, was because nobody left the motion release chat, because everyone was still talking about it, and I thought, well, we'll keep talking about it. And now we've been on the Christ, I've been on here for 3 hours right now, coming up on 3 hours. I didn't expect we'd be here this long, so I probably should get off of here and get something done. Hey, Joseph. I wasn't expecting to be here 3 hours, so yep, George is back too. Yeah, George, can't seem to let it go. Then Dave Marshall came in, and oh wow, now we really are having some fun. So, when Dave's in the show, it's going to be fun. So yeah, now that Dave jumped in, I don't know, he's been quiet for a few minutes. Maybe he went to get a beer. I don't know, but yeah, so yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I was just saying I need to shut this down because I've been here 3 hours and never expected to be here that long. Rich had to recharge his earbuds. Something going on outside right now. Sounds like somebody's killing a cat. Not sure. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. That that's why I'm here, because I get that much love, and it means a lot. So that's why I keep doing it. What is going on out there? I don't know. Something's going on. I don't know what the hell it is, but something's going on out there. So, all right, guys. So I guess I'm going to end this because it seems like we've talked it out enough, and it's time to just call it a day. I'll see you in Dave's show tonight. You know, Dave's RC, 9 o'clock. Be there. We'll have more fun then. Dave's got some new stuff to talk about. He wants to share with you guys too, so it should be a good show. So I'm going to shut this down. I want to get something done. So I'll see you guys tonight. Thanks for coming in, guys. I really appreciate it. It was fun. We'll have some more fun tonight. But I want to get started on my MiG. I want to get that thing going. So yeah, oh yeah, my F-22. Well, yeah, I need to fix my. Yeah, you're right. I need to fix the gear on my F-22. So yeah, thank you, Joseph. Yeah, that's another thing I got to do. So yeah, so I gotta get something done. So, all right, guys, we'll see you later. Thanks for coming. I'll see you tonight in Dave's show, and I'm out of here. So see you tonight.